What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So in today's video, guys, we are going to be talking about Manchester United's last game that we went and played, Arsenal at Old Trafford, guys. Yes, guys, brace yourselves, it's going to be a long video. Go and get your popcorn, prepare, because it's going off in this video. I'm fuming from yesterday's result. Anyway, guys, let's just get straight into today's video. We made two changes from the last game against Chelsea, talking about the starting 11. So we started with De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Maguire, Shaw, Fred, McTominay, Pogba, Fernandes, Greenwood and Rashford. Get into the overall reaction now. Poor, fucking dreadful, not good enough. I'm annoyed. It's disappointing and frustrating. It's embarrassing. Ollie is out of his depth yesterday. Ollie approached the game wrong. Performance wasn't good enough. Who loses to Arsenal? Lacked in creativity yesterday. We made too many mistakes. Baffling decisions with the substitutions. This home form needs to be sorted out. More points dropped. So before I start today's video, give Arsenal credit. They were absolutely brilliant yesterday. Absolutely smashed it. They won 1-0, and I think one goal is only going to split the two sides at the end of the day. And well done to Arsenal, they smashed it. They were absolutely brilliant. I'll take my hat off. They were brilliant. If you ask every Manchester United fan, they will say Arsenal played really well. But before I start today's video, guys, I'm first going to have a rant, because I said in my last video, I said, do not be the first team to get beaten by Arsenal. Yet again, Arsenal, another side, and it's always been their problem for so many years, and they've always had a really poor away form. They go away from home and they can't win away from home. And I said, do not be that first team to get beaten by Arsenal in the top six. What have we gone and done? We've gone and lost to Arsenal. Who loses to Arsenal? All credit to them. They did brilliant in that game. They won the game. Fair play. Well done. But United were absolutely fucking dreadful last night. We put on probably one of the worst performances ever. I could not understand that formation last night. It was abysmal. As I was watching that game, I couldn't believe what I was watching. The plays were not organised, they were not in shape. I don't think every single player was out of the positions, but they were not in position, were they? For fuck's sake. Turn up to a team like Arsenal. Arsenal were way low on confidence coming into this game. If you ask every Arsenal fan out there, they all say they were not confident going into that game, but they were still hopeful to get something out of that, because you know that our form at home is shocking. United need to sort out this home form. I am sick to death of coming on here. I said it last week, and I said this home form needs to be sorted out, and we've still not sorted it out. We won in the Champions League last week, 5-0 against Leipzig, but we come into this game and there's a drop-off. Why drop-off? It's like a hangover from the Champions League. We had more time to prepare for this game for Arsenal. Arsenal went and played on Thursday, and they had literally 2 days to prepare for that. We had 3 days to prepare for Arsenal, and we still yet cannot beat Arsenal. We had more time to prepare for that, and we still got our pants pulled down. What are we doing in training? These players are seriously not being coached properly. I'm going to talk about the Ollie out thing once again, because it's the same thing time and time again, and I'm sick to death of it, and I want to shut down this fan base as well. Performance awful last night. It came down to a Pogba mistake in the end. Pogba, what are you doing, mate? You know you can't do that penalty. Just because you were tired, you don't do that. You know you can't do that at the end of the day. He knows he cannot do that. And I want to tear apart into these players now as well. These players are blaming these losses or draws at home because there's no fans. Fuck that bullshit, because it's bollocks. Newcastle went and beat Everton yesterday, and they won 2-1. The day before, Liverpool beat West Ham 2-1. So never mind saying that it's because there's no fans. You can win at home. There's just not enough effort out on the pitch, and we're not performing to our best, and it's shocking to watch. Sort this home form out. We don't want to sort it out because it seems to be like, oh yeah, great win against Leipzig. Oh, we're going to smash Arsenal now. That was the mentality. You've got to go into that game, you've got to be positive, you've got to be confident. And Ollie didn't motivate those players last night. We were awful, we were dreadful. It's embarrassing. We shouldn't be getting beat to teams like Arsenal. This is a big game. More or less, it was probably going to be a draw, but again, a draw is not good enough. You have to beat these big sides. And we were so good last season against these big sides. And it started off now with a draw and a loss to Arsenal. This home form needs to be sorted out. Never mind about going away from home and winning games away from home. Yes, you might have more of an advantage, but you need to start winning games at home. We're still inconsistent as well. We're not consistent, and we're going back to the same old shit. Last season, we had no Bruno, no Igalo, and we were like this time last year. We're in 15th because that's where we belong right now. because that's how we're doing right now in the league. We might be doing well in the Champions League, but look at the bigger picture. We're 15th because we're there for a reason. We've literally won 2 games, I think lost 3 and drawn 1. That's our record right now. We need to start winning games. That was a must-win yesterday. Now, going into Everton on the weekend, we're going to have to win that game. It's a must-win. And every time it's a must-win, we do something stupid. Ollie's pretty much stuck in the mud. He's thinking, what do I do now? He needs to motivate these players. We're making too many mistakes time and time again, and I'm sick to death of it. We need to sort this out, and it's not good enough. What did I make of the performance? I thought it was a poor, fucking dreadful, embarrassing, not good enough and disappointing performance. I couldn't believe what I was watching in the first half. I thought the first half, Arsenal absolutely dominated and controlled the game. Arsenal, they were winning every single second ball and third ball. They won every single 50-50 duel as well. They absolutely bossed that midfield. United couldn't get hold of the ball whatsoever. I thought when we got hold of the ball, we did really well, but didn't create enough chances. We lacked in creativity. Lack of ideas going up front as well. Final third was dreadful, shocking. Couldn't find the last pass. It was shocking. We got what we deserved. We got our pants pulled down. First half was completely awful. Arsenal deserved to go 1 or 2-0 up. They couldn't take their chances either. I think we were lucky that game was still 0-0, to be fair. If that was 2-0 to Arsenal, there was going to be no way we were going to score 3 goals in that second half. Then I thought in the second half we came out, I thought we looked better. You could tell that Ollie had a go at the team because United were awful in that first half. So coming into the second half, I thought we were playing a little bit better. The passing was a bit more better, a bit more brighter, more sharper. There was just a lack of, what could you say, a lack of productivity, a lack of ideas, and we just gave them too much respect. There was a lack of effort in the team as well. We just didn't really go out there, and we didn't fight. It was one of those games where it looked like we were not going to score a goal. We didn't score a goal. I knew myself that it was going to come down to 1 goal. Pogba, stupid, silly mistake. I'm lost for words. Today, the day after the game, I'm still annoyed. The performance was awful. I'm going to talk about it. I said it in my rant, and I said what we're doing is we're putting in all these good performances in during the week. PSG, we beat them 2-1. We went into that weekend with Chelsea. I thought it was a good game against them. It was an entertaining game. It was unfortunate that we didn't win that game. Then going into the week again, we beat RB Leipzig. We beat them 5-0. Then there's a drop-off again against Arsenal. We lose that. There's a drop-off for a reason, because these players, it's like a hangover from the Champions League. These players are not fit enough, I think. They say they're fit enough, but I don't think they're fit enough, because pretty much, I don't know if we're gassing ourselves out in the week, but I mean, we had a strong bench last week against RB Leipzig, so there's no excuses, but there's no excuses for this one as well, because we're not good enough. It's embarrassing. Fucking dreadful. The performance wasn't good enough. It was poor. Arsenal are like that now. They're celebrating that goal like as if they've won the Champions League. We've made ourselves look like idiots on the internet saying that we were going to win that game. Look at them. They're buzzing that they've won that game. They've got the confidence back, and it's time and time again they'll use us and they'll go and lose their next few games now, because it always happens to Manchester United. We don't turn up to these type of games because we just think it's going to be an easy ride, and we get our pants pulled down, and that's what you get. And they've beat us for the first time in 14 years as well at Old Trafford. They don't have a good record at Old Trafford, and those players thought this is going to be an easy ride against this Arsenal team because they're out of form. Aubameyang can't score goals. At the end of the day, we got what we deserved. We're in 15th for a reason, because that's where we are right now in the league. What did Solskjaer get wrong? Now, the first thing that's on my list is the wrong team selection. Now, I don't think it was all wrong, the team selection. I think playing De Gea was the right decision, obviously. Wan-Bissaka, obviously, people was going to have a go at this centre-back partnership with Lindelof and Maguire. People know that Lindelof and Maguire is not going to win us the Premier League, which is fair dues. I understand that myself, but I mean, probably it was the right decision. Again, could Twanzebe be coming to that team? Probably could have played him. Sure, I thought he was our best player out there as well. Now, I think starting Fred was right, but maybe not as CDM. Playing CDM should have been Matic for me, because he can control that midfield. And then out on the right, he's got McTominay. Now, I would not have played McTominay from that start. I would have started Van der Beek. And Van der Beek sat down the bench thinking, what do I need to do to be starting, you know? And Ollie knows that he's got to be rotating this season as well. So, really, Van der Beek should have started that game. That game would have suited him as well. He's got Pogba as well. So maybe Pogba should have been benched as well. Who does he play? Could have played Mata. Bruno, obviously, you keep there, and Rashford and Greenwood. Obviously, Martial can't play, so maybe he could have played Cavani instead. And also another one that I didn't write down actually was the formation. I couldn't understand the formation from the get-go myself. It was going from a diamond to a 4-2-3-1 to a 4-3-3 or what, the system was all wrong from the start anyway, because Arsenal did what they did at the end of the day, and they stretched us out and they made it uncomfortable for us as well. Ollie approached the game wrong as well. I think the system wasn't right, like I just said. The tactics, dreadful, not good enough. Once again, we're not compact. The players are out of position. We're not organised. The players were all over the place. We were a mess, and that's why they ripped us apart in that midfield, because they bossed it and they broke us down, and we didn't do our job like we've done in the Champions League, where we've really focused on concentrated, and we didn't focus and concentrate because we were out of position. They stretched us out and they got us out. We tried to get us on the break, but again, the tactics were wrong and he didn't get it right. The game plan wasn't right as well, and he was tried to go in by what we did in midweek. But again, if you play the diamond, you've got to start quick, and we didn't start quick. Arsenal was the team that started quick, and I think from the get-go you could tell the way how Arsenal started that game, they were going to win that game as well. So he got the wrong game plan as well. The substitutions, now this, I cannot believe what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer did. The substitutions was a baffling. The substitutions were baffling. I couldn't understand his substitutions. He brings off Bruno Fernandes for Donny van der Beek. Everyone was screaming and shouting to get McTominay off and get Pogba off, because they both couldn't put in a performance. And then you'd think, right, McTominay for Van der Beek, Pogba off for Mata or someone like that, and go with the diamond. And it was just, the substitutions were baffling. He brings off Bruno for Van der Beek. Bruno's our most. Bruno is the creative midfielder. He pulls him off. He pulls Greenwood off as well, and it brings Cavani on. So obviously you could tell that Greenwood was going to come off at the end of the day, and Cavani was going to come on. But with Cavani as well, it's all about his fitness as well. So he's not there yet, Cavani. And then he brings on Matic for Fred, and Fred was probably had an alright game as well. So, and he still kept McTominay and Pogba on for 90 minutes as well. So his substitutions were baffling. I couldn't understand them myself, and that's what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer got wrong at the end of the day. And the one gets me is the substitutions. I couldn't understand them, because if you take off Greenwood and Bruno, where's your goals coming from? Rashford had a poor game. So, and McTominay had a poor game. Pogba had a poor game as well. So, and so you're relying on one person again. Rashford, he got us the goals in the midweek, and you're thinking, oh yeah, he's going to get us out of jail, but he didn't. No, he didn't step up. We have now lost 3 out of the 4 games at home. Why can't we win at home? We're inconsistent. It's time and time again. I said this last week. We didn't win last week. Coming into this one, it was a must win, and we can't win because in midweek we're putting in some really good performances in, and then on the weekend there's a drop off, and we cannot have a drop off against Everton because we play on Wednesday night and we go and play again on Saturday. 3 games in 6 days. It needs to be sorted out, this home form, and we've still not won at home yet this season. We've won twice away from home, but we cannot win at home. Once again, the players are coming out, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer are coming out saying, it's the fans. Never mind about the fans. Newcastle beat Everton yesterday 2-1. If they're winning games at home, we can win games at home as well. It was a lack of effort against Arsenal. We didn't show any character. We didn't show any fight, passion, pride. And we just thought it was going to be a walk in the park against Arsenal because we knew that they were low in confidence, and we thought, fuck this. It's going to be a walk in the park for us. We'll get away with this. Probably 1-0. And then we realised that we lost 1-0 because of a Pogba mistake. Who is to blame? You have to blame Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Most of it's on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, but you also have to blame the players as well, because I thought the players were dreadful. The manager got the wrong tactics. I think you've got to blame it most on the manager. I think 70% on the manager, 30% on the players. I think it's a mixture of both, really, for me. Both the manager and the players to blame. Am I Ollie out? Now, this is the thing what I want to cover now. I've got United fans on Twitter that are going Ollie out, Ollie out, Ollie out after one game. Those Ollie out brigaders were not saying Ollie out when we beat Newcastle. They were not saying Ollie out when we beat PSG. They were not saying Ollie out when we beat RB Leipzig. This fan base needs to get real, because after one game, the fan base is just going Ollie out. He's not a good enough coach. We're 15th. We were in this position last season. We were in a relegation fight again last season. 13th, 14th, and all of a sudden we finished the season 3rd place. If you want to back this manager, back him. If you don't, fuck off. You're not the real fan base. I'm not Ollie out, no, because it's a process at the end of the day. And I saw a stat today as well. I think the first 100 games, Ollie's lost 25 games or something. Mourinho lost more than that. I think it was double that. At least Ollie's doing better than Jose at the end of the day. Another crap start since David Moyes' days, but it will get better, but we need to improve at the end of the day. We have to. How do we beat Everton? Now, obviously, coming into this game against Everton, this is going to be another difficult one, I think. Away from home this time. Do we have an advantage going away from home to win this game? Maybe. I think so. I think this is the best time to play Everton. I said that in my last video. I said this is going to be the best time to play Arsenal. We lost and we got what we deserved. I think against Everton, it's going to be another difficult one. I think they've got some fantastic players, some quality players. The likes of James Rodriguez, Clivert-Lewin, Decore, Alan, Sigurdsson. They've got some fantastic players. And I think coming into this one, Everton, they're on low confidence at the minute and they'll want to try and put it right in the week. And I think as a team like Everton, they'll want to play right away as well to sort of get the confidence back and the winning mentality back. I think for us, we need to win in the week now against Istanbul Başakşehir. Get the winning mentality back, get the confidence back, and then look forward to the game on the weekend, get the mood back up in the dressing room, and then go from there. But coming into this game against Everton, it's going to be difficult because we're away from home. They've had their best start as well, so 13 points. They're doing well under Ancelotti. Ancelotti wants to get back to winning ways. Ancelotti will want to get back to winning ways himself. Ollie knows that this is a must-win. It's a must-win. We've got to win this. So this is two teams that have got to win at the end of the day. And I think this is down to who wants the game more, who wants to win this game more. So I think, Ollie's going to have to really pick his right team selection. He's going to have to get his right tactics. He was out of depth yesterday with that, and he's got to learn from that. And coming into this one against Everton, it's going to be another difficult one, another tough one. It's not going to be easy against Everton because they're a good side this year. And are they hard to break down? No, because I thought the way how they conceded that second goal was against Newcastle was very, very poor from them, because it was a long ball to Callum Wilson. He split open that defence. Yerry Mina was on the wrong side of Callum Wilson, and he went and scored. So I think against Everton, it's going to have to be one of those games where we're going to have to play with quick, incisive football. We need quick movement. We need to be sharp on the ball, on and off the ball. And we need to pull out a very good performance to beat this Everton side, because Everton look fantastically, look a great side this year. And once again, high intensity, high tempo. You've got to play with energy. You've got to play with intent, quick, incisive football. We're going to have to really get a move on in this game, because it's a must-win for us. game of the weekend once again, so we need to get our act together, and we've got to put in a performance against these lot, and they'll want to win this, we'll want to win this, and it's going to be another tough game again. And Ollie needs to get the right team selection, he needs to get his right tactics, right game plan, and I mean, we need to see improvement in the week as well. So I mean, Everton's going to be tough, so I think it's all about the creativity, and we didn't see any creativity against Arsenal. We need the creativity in the side, so we need creativity. We need ideas going forward as well. We need everything out the final third. Finally, Martial's going to come back into the team as well, so thank God we'll have someone back to help us this time. Martial loves an away day at Everton as well. He's scored the last couple of games against Everton as well, so I hope Martial gets back on the score sheet. But we need to get back to winning ways. We have to win this game against Everton. It's a must win. So we need the creativity in the side. We need to prepare well, not only just mentally but physically, get the right mentality, the right mindset. It's going to be difficult, and we need to put in a real good performance in from start to finish. And we're going to have to really maintain the high intensity, the high tempo, and we need to put them under pressure, high press as well. And we need to stretch out this team as well. And the way you beat Everton is you have to really stretch them out. Something what Arsenal did with us, where they really stretched us out wide. You need to get the ball out wide, low and hard crosses into the box as well. So you really need to get out wide as well. And that's where you're relying on some quick players, the likes of Rashford and Dan James as well. So, I mean, we need to put the ball out wide, and in order to beat this Everton side. And that's what they did, and that's what Newcastle did when they scored that goal against Everton. So we need a better performance in this one, and we need to turn up as well for a big occasion against Everton. Anyway, let's just get straight into the stats now. Possession for Man United, it was 53.3%, and for Arsenal it was 46.7%. So we still had more possession than them. Goals for Man United, it was 0, and for Arsenal it was 1. Total shots for Man United, it was 8, and for Arsenal it was 7. Shots on target for Man United, it was 2, and for Arsenal it was 2. So the same shots on target as well, so they hardly created much as well. Shot accuracy for Man United, bang on 25%, and for Arsenal it was 28.6%. Shots inside the box for Man United, it was 4, and for Arsenal it was 3. Shots outside the box for Man United, it was 4, and for Arsenal it was 4. Total passes for Man United, it was 570 passes. For Arsenal it was 500 passes. The pass accuracy for Man United, it was 85.1%, and for Arsenal it was 85.6%. Don't know how that's worked out, because we did more passes than them, yet they have more percentage of a pass accuracy. Don't think that's right. Getting into the substitutions now. Fred went off for Matic. Talk about Fred's performance, a sloppy regression from the Brazilian who could not hit water if he fell out of a boat. His worst performance in some time, and he came off on the hour. Greenwood went off for Cavani. Talk about Greenwood's performance. Tested Bernardo in the 21st minute with a low drive, but otherwise looked unsure in attack, and his positioning was a problem. Fernandes went off for Van der Beek. Talk about Bruno's performance. Taking risks are a part of Fernandes' game, but he was wasteful to a maiden level, and it was not. Abriation rightly substituted. I don't think it was the right substitute, if you ask me. Next up, we've got Everton. Obviously, Everton are third in the table. Like I said before, this is going to be another tough one against Everton. This is a must-win for Manchester United. I think it's a must-win for Everton as well. I said this the last week. I said this last week, and I'm going to say it again. This will be the best time to beat Everton. Everton are low in confidence. They don't have the winning mentality. The mood in the dressing room's not there for them. They'll be itching to get back out on the pitch right away to put it right, but they still haven't put it right. The third in the table. It's going to be a difficult one, I think, with James going back into the side. I mean, it's going to be difficult once again. We'll have to see how well he's going to perform on and off the ball. Fantastic player as well. And I mean, it's going to be another difficult one. We have to perform for a full 90 minutes from the get-go as well. High intensity, high tempo. We really need to stretch out this Everton side. We need to make it uncomfortable for them as well in time. So we have to make it really tough for them. We cannot just go there with that mentality what we did against Arsenal. We're in a position where we need to start winning games again. We need to pick up points again. We need to start winning games now. And this is the start now. Let's press the reset button and let's fucking go again, and let's beat fucking Everton for a start and get the bloody confidence back in the week as well. So far, Everton are scoring 1.2 goals per game, and they are also conceding 1.6 goals per game as well. Everton have the 12th best defence in the league. Everton have won 4, drawn 1 and lost 2. They've lost to Southampton 2-0 and they've lost to Newcastle 2-1 as well. Both of them have come from away from home, and Everton have not lost at home yet this season, so it's going to be a difficult one. If they've not lost at home yet this season, it's going to be difficult. They're going to make it hard for us in time. We really need to make it really uncomfortable for them, and we need to hit them on the break as quick as we can in the transition as well. So the transition from defence to attack needs to be quick as well, and we need to be on it from minute 1 to minute 90. We need to prepare well for this game, not only just physically but mentally as well. It's going to be a real good fight, a real good test, and we have to put in the fight, the passion, the pride. We need the team spirit, we need to show character, and we need everything out of this team to go and win this game, because it's a must win for Manchester United. The last time Man United beat Everton was on Sunday the 28th of October 2018, and it ended 2-1 to United. The last time United lost to Everton was on Sunday the 21st of April 2019, and it ended 4-0 to Everton. And obviously with now Everton missing Richarlison out as well, I think that's a big loss for them, and I think with Martial coming back, it's a big boost for us as well. The last game Everton went with a 4-3-2-1 and it didn't really work out, and that was against Newcastle, and then they went to the 4-3-3 against Southampton. Didn't work there as well. Again, it's the same thing with Ancelotti now. He's not setting out his team right, not getting the right tactics, not the right game plan. Everton are in a position now themselves where, like us right now, I think they'll know they'll want to win this, and we can't afford to drop more points against this Everton side. We have to fucking win this game. The players to look out for is Keane, Mina, Digne, Godfrey, Allen, Delph, Sigurdsson, Decore, Iwobi, James Rodriguez, Bernard, Gomez, Clivert-Lewin, Tosun. Hope you guys are enjoying the video. Be sure to leave a like. Subscribe to my channel if you are new. See you guys in a video in the next couple of days, and peace.